cast has worked incredibly hard on this show. It's our last performance today, so it's a bit emotional. I have loved working on the show. One student every year gets chosen to do the show of their choosing at the end of the year, and I was lucky enough to get that opportunity this year. I'm so happy you all could be here today on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I love you, Mom. I found out about this show that we're doing from a friend who unfortunately passed away over the summer. It would have been his birthday yesterday, and so I'm really happy with the fact that we were able to that they were on the same time. Yes. I'm so glad you guys could be here. Everyone works incredibly hard. I'd like to thank my producer, Mary Bernal, my assistant director, Caitlin Baresi, my stage manager, Emily Van Volka, Mr. Cohen, Costume Closet for providing a lot of the costumes that you're going to be seeing, and thank you all for being here. So without further ado, enjoy the musical comedy murders of Magazine Force.
Forgotten the sugar.
Oh, my, no.
You don't take sugar?
I don't take Ovaltine.
If it's good enough for her for Nanny, Sergeant. At 9:30 a.m. in front of the Grill Building, you are to pick up a Mr. Eddie McEwen. Mr. McEwen is a struggling young comedian. The Grill Building is...
I know where the Grill Building is.
Of course. And then Miss Baberstock will be at her apartment at 2:30 East 5th. Mr. McEwen is he's an extremely struggling young comedian. Perhaps to spare Miss Baberstock, he'd best right up in front with you.
Swell.
Alright, and then at a house down East 92nd Street, we're to pick up an actor named Patrick O'Reilly. Mr. O'Reilly is an Irish type.
Told this Miss Baberstock you have a new chauffeur.
Oh, I made up some story, yes. The others are arriving by car and train. I do hope they make their connections.
Snow's supposed to stop by midnight. Hope this won't scare off our people.
Sergeant, these are actors, directors, lyricists, composers, choreographers coming to my house to get my money for their Broadway show. Nothing short of the end of the world.
Well, this is going to work. We're going to have to do your speech exactly like the rehearsal. You're going to be able to pull that off.
Espionage is in my blood, Sergeant. I won't fail you. Poor dead Vivi's deco makeup kit. Being up front was so important to her. Now she's anything but.
Here.
Ah, yes. That will reveal the murderer. Oh, Sergeant, this is going to be a grand adventure, isn't it? Oh, and I planned a perfectly grand menu for the occasion. First, a terrine of December fruit, followed by lobster on deck.
Okay, since my first adventure is going to be driving through a snowstorm, I should probably get some sleep.
Of course, follow me. Sergeant, you were somewhat of a surprise to me. I had thought all New York City policemen to be, well, Irish. taxi stuck in the drive. I'm gonna go down with a shovel. Oh, and the bar needs condiments. Will you see to it?
Ja, nothing, Frau.
A bit formal this morning, aren't we? Oh, I think I know. Miss Helsa is curious as to who my overnight guest was.
Night.
Not even curious as to which bedroom he slept in. Oh, no, don't worry, Helsa, you're still the princess here. Not to the day. We're having 7 for lunch and 4 for dinner. And I need you at your most efficient today, Helsa. I'm not at the liberty to tell you why. But today is going to add a bone-chilling chapter to the von Brossenuten annals. Fear that also, will you?
Can I come in? It's freezing out here.
Ja.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Sure, you're after being stuck down at the bottom of the road at the bottom of the driveway, don't you know?
Ja, I lose the car.
Oh no, that's another one. We can't even get up the hill. I'm Patrick O'Reilly, one of the operators. I came up to see if I could be after borrowing a shovel.
Still? Oh, Frau von Brossenuten is using it right now. May I take your coat?
Oh, no. I might as well go back down and see what I can do then.
You are Irish, Mr. O'Reilly.
Why, yes, it's Paddy's cow. And you are Scandinavian?
I am German.
Are you now?
A refugee. Fräulein von Brossenuten gave me refuge here 4 years ago.
Did she now?
From the Nazis.
From the Nazis?
Swine. That they are?
Yes. Well, it's been most interesting meeting you, Miss,
Vince. Elsa.
That's wait a second. Fair, Cora. But isn't there a famous German cabaret entertainer by the name of Wenzel? At the Tivoli, I believe.
You are familiar with the German cabaret entertainer?
Well, it's after being my business now, isn't it? Dieter Wenzel, wasn't that his name?
Never paid much attention to the cabarets.
This is the library, Ken. We're going to hold the audition here. Direct work. You can move it any way you'd like, Ken.
It's perfect.
I'm also across you.
Patrick O'Reilly. Our group is stuck down below, and I came up to see if I could be out borrowing a shovel.
Shivel?
Shovel.
Well, that's right outside the door. This is Miss Nick.
Crandall.
Right, and this is Ken Mays, your director.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. And now I'll be off to borrowing that shovel.
Oh, I'll go with you.
Oh, but I'm sure, and it's after being stuck at the bottom of the road. And the snow's as steep as the cliff of Killarney.
Well, I'm of solid Bavarian stock, Mr. O'Reilly. Snow is in my blood.
But not in your heart, This woman is the most generous patron of ours alive today.
Oh, am I, Ken?
Without you also, there wouldn't be more than 30 or 40 shows on the Great White Way. She backs 12 last season.
I do like to doubt. Now, Ken, suppose you mix you and Miss Crandall a drink. I'll help Elsa bring in your luggage to your guest room. Northwest Western, Elsa?
Yeah.
Roger and Bernice are still trudging up the hill, and Marjorie will be down as soon as she thaws out. We'll all be all together, won't we, Ken?
Yes, it'll be good to see Roger and Bernice again.
All together. Once more. Right, Ken?
Yes.
And when I come back, I want to hear all about Hollywood. What's it like?
I'll just take the garment district and dump it in the middle of an orange grove. That's Hollywood.
Oh, how picturesque.
Of course, there is an ocean somewhere.
You never saw the ocean?
No, certainly I saw you. I was at a dinner party in Santa Monica one night. Someone pulled open the drinks. Drink?
No, thank you.
You were about to tell me in the cabin on the way over here which show you were with Washington.
Dewberry.
Oh, you know Bob's name.
Bob?
Bob Alton, the choreographer.
Oh, this was the road company Jimmy Arnold staged it?
Oh. And you closed in Washington.
No, I left the show in Washington.
Well, not to come up here for a backers audition, I hope.
Oh no, I've got other things on the fire.
And you're a singer, dancer?
A dancer mostly.
Yes, I kind of thought that when I watched you get off the train.
Walk like a duck, you mean?
No, you tripped over your suitcase.
Sure sign.
And with whom did you study dance?
Oh, see, I'm from Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago, I thought.
Actually, south of there, you know Kankakee?
I'm afraid not.
I studied there with Natasha Dubrovitz.
I see.
Jeepers, this sure is a swell house, isn't it?
ambitious, but well, yes.
You live out there?
I'm hoping that this enterprise will bring me back to New York.
You're not working on any movies right now?
I just finished one, Moonlight in Rio.
Moonlight in Rio? You shot a picture in Brazil?
No, I shot Coke City. But not the beach. The beach I shot on.
Who's in it?
Alice Faye, Dick Powell, Phil Silvers, Ed Miller, Patsy Kelly, George Brent, Joshua Heifetz, Lawrence Melchior, and Laura Minovich.
Oh, sure, I saw that.
Well, I'm sure you have, but this one hasn't been released yet. It's good. Good to be back.
New York?
The theater. An event as ancient as man, and as mysterious and inspiring as the nature man once thought to imitate or appease in his earliest rituals. Rituals that we now call the theater. Not moving pictures, but life. Life. Distilled to the pure, clear ring of truth. Never forget that. It is your heritage.
I guess. But I've only ever done musical comedy.
Yes. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take my share upstairs and into the bathtub. Get rid of some of that Union Pacific Railroad property.
Sure, go ahead. I wanted to take a look at the lead sheets anyway.
All right. See you later.
Hi. I never word. Hey, is this an old bowl? Am I lost? What a blizzard outside. I passed 4 patrons on the way up here, and one of them was wearing a polar bear. Just kidding. I'm Andy McEwen. This your place?
No, I'm Nikki Crandall. Miss Von Gross and Newton just went down the drive to help some people hoist up.
Oh, yeah, that's us. And a car ahead of us and a tax behind us. We'll never make up that one. That's us.
Your boots! The Oriental!
Oh! Sorry. So, you here for the audition?
Yes,
Oh, great. You Brian?
I'm an actress.
Oh, cool. I guess we'll be working together.
You're an actor?
Well, I'm a comedian, actually. Yeah, I just did Hell's a Poppin'.
Oh, really?
Did you see?
No.
Well, I mean, I had a couple bits. I left it a month ago. Yeah, I'm doing some radio now. Hey, is this the closet?
The coat closet is outside in the hall.
Oh. Okay. Out here?
Yeah. Pardon me, is that my heart on my sleepover part?
Hey, we got music.
Yeah, did they send you some?
Oh, no, see, I only got the gig yesterday. My agent calls me up. Can you sing? Sure. I say, that's one of my rules. Always say yes. Yes to what they ask. No matter what they ask, just say yes. Next thing I know, someone pulls up, parks in front of my house. Then we took him among the day from Yorkville. What a trip. Driving to the snowstorm, I can't see a thing, so I don't know how to drive again. And on top of that, he's deaf.
Deaf?
Had to be. I did 40 minutes of my best stuff. He even cracked a smile. White House merry-go-round.
Nice tune.
By Robert Hopewell and Ernie Straub. Hopewell and Straub? Is this going to be one of their shows?
I guess so.
Hot dog!
Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, they got a string hit. I think besides Manhattan Holiday, they've never had a flop. Is there some sort of comedy?
I'm sure Mr. De La Maze will sign parts.
Angela Mays? Oh, he's the director? Hot dog!
Yes, you didn't know that?
I don't know anything. All I know is I got paid $20 to do a back on an audition for some dame named Von Grossen or something.
Newton.
No thanks. I just had to date it.
That's her name, Von Gross and Newton?
It's a joke. Comic.
Right.
Wow. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. Get the start of a hit show. Hey, I guess we're looking for a producer, huh?
As I understand it, they have a producer. They're looking for a miracle.
Who's the producer?
Marjorie Baverstock.
Marjorie. Oh my gosh!
She was probably the lady in your car. Was she wearing mink?
Whoa.
You're going back out.
Oh, I'm going back to New York City. Period.
What?
It's the same people, the same creative team. Manhattan Holiday.
So they had a dud that scares you back to New York?
No, the stage door slasher scared me back to New York.
The States of Slasher. Where have you been? 2 years ago, 3 people murdered, all part Manhattan Holiday. All chorus girls.
Oh, yeah, now I remember reading something about that. Yeah, I was on the
Look,
road.
they had to close the show because the chorus girls wouldn't show up to work until they got the Slasher. And lady, they never got the Slasher, so let's hit the breeze.
If you only killed women, what are you so worried about?
How do I know he hasn't changed his preferences?
What makes you think that the killer would be here? There are no chorus girls here. I'll get it. Oh, this is silly. That was 2 years ago, and the only similarity is the creative team. Besides, you'll never get back to New York in that weather. Look how thick the snow is falling. It's a dark, sunless day. For all you know, the killer could be out there, waiting, and it's just going to get darker, and darker, and darker.
You know what? Oh, you can stop before you get to Dracula's lair. God, there's got to be like 64 rooms in this place. The Slash can be hiding in any one of them. You know what? That don't count the closets.
My gosh!
Oh.
A secret passage!
Oh, let's get out of here!
Let's take a look!
What? Oh, what are you doing, sis?
Who knew?
I only thought it was a movie except that there's a killer on the loose killing everybody's brother. Somebody, usually a dame, hears a noise out in the pitch black night and goes out to investigate.
And did you ever notice in those same movies there's a big, strong hero who's not afraid of the dark?
I'm a comedian, remember? We're terrified of the dark. It's in our training.
You must be Mr. McEwen, since you're the only one unaccounted for. I'm also Von Gosselin from your hostess. And of course, you've already met Miss Baverstock and Mr. O'Reilly since you rode up with them.
Hardly know Elsa, as Mr. McEwen was up front with your driver.
I didn't get the chance to tell you, Mr. McEwen, that I think it's simply good food of you to fill in at the last moment.
Well,
and
that's
this is
nice,
Nikki. I
Crandall.
don't believe you've met Miss Baverstock, Nikki. Do you have a cold, Mr. McEwen?
Oh, well, actually, I got my dates mixed up. I'm due back in New York.
Oh, really? When?
Now.
Oh, my goodness, perhaps it skipped your attention, but we're in the middle of a blizzard. I don't know where to get there.
Well, yeah, but I got a thing.
Well, I know I, for one, would be quite sorry to see you go. I've heard such good things about your work. And of course, Kendall LeMays, who was directing the audition, knows every agent in Hollywood. Do you have an agent in Hollywood, Eddie?
Let's get to work.
What about the slasher?
Let him get his own name.
Oh, Elsa, I can't wait for you to hear the show. It's debut, simply debut.
And I have a bunch it all worked out, so you can down the opening night party. We'll hold it at Sardines, naturally. If we charge the actors just a teensy covered charge, we'll break even.
Oh, Elsa, are you redecorating? No, the bookcase has been turned. Did somebody move the pen holder?
Yeah, I guess that was me.
A secret passage, Elsa. Where does it lead?
Up to other passages. The house is laced with them.
Oh my goodness, Nancy Drew would be in seventh heaven here, wouldn't she? You never told me about this. Elsa, never.
They're nothing, Marjorie. Just your average, ordinary, everyday secret passageways.
Was this a stop on the Underground Railway or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
Then why?
My father, who built this house, was Baron von Gosselin.
Ah, yes. I've heard of him.
Oh, you've heard of him?
Oh, yes, of course. Wasn't there a motion picture made about him? With Eric von Strothman? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Somebody else, although he was a brilliant mind, there has been no motion picture on him.
Ah, well, must be mixing him up with somebody.
Right. Well, after the war, he came here after he left Germany.
He was a general?
He's the Kaiser's chief of espionage and the most brilliant, intelligent mind of European history.
He was a spy.
You have heard perhaps of the Dreyfus Papers? The Colonel battle plan. The Kruger telegram. The Von Moth note. The Hausendorff memo. The Von Emmerich Stopulus events which changed the course of history with my father at their center. Working in clandestine, covert allegiance and clothed in an atmosphere of secrecy, self, and subterfuge.
But why the secret passages?
It was the only way you could leave the room.
All our company met.
Oh, Ken, darling, how to...
Oh, Marjorie, honey. Mwah. Mwah.
Kids, this is Kendall LeMays, your director. Who haven't you met, Ken?
Hi, I'm Eddie McEwen. I just didn't know about it.
Eddie. We'll go to work shortly, but
Excuse me, gnädige Frau, but I cannot find the meat cleaver.
Cleaver?
Ja, for the hors d'oeuvres.
All right, you need it. My house is yours, everyone. Make yourself comfortable. I'll be right back. You're sure you need a meat cleaver, Elsa?
Jawohl. And darling, look. A secret passage.
oh, Judith Anderson, Lion Latin, George Sanders, Peter Lorre, and John Herrick.
Oh, I saw it pen and some of your best work.
It hasn't been released yet. Now, yes, as I was saying, we will get to work shortly. But let me remind you that although this is only a backup audition, and for an audience of one, it is still theater. So, any questions that you have on character or interpretation, bring them out. Theater is nothing more or less than life, distilled to the pure, clear ring of truth. A ritual, as old as quick someone a martini. I am in danger of frostbite.
Oh, Roger, darling, you look devoted, simply devoted.
Marjorie, sweetheart, love your new word.
Actors, this is Roger Hopewell. There to do your music, Roger. Miss Crandall, Mr. McEwen, and Mr. O'Reilly.
Oh, your eyes are very blue.
Perhaps I'll have a drink now. It makes it so much easier to sensual behavior.
I was not being licentious, Marjorie. A trifle of Dinius, perhaps, a bit lascivious, but not licentious.
What's the difference?
The place from another tongue, I imagine.
Kid, I didn't see you there. I was just telling Bernice on the way up. Now, our script will have still truth and new spark plugs and all those other wonderful things Kid does. And you're the comic.
Oh, right. You said it work.
No, I merely assumed that's why you're wearing that sweater.
And how about our performers? Dare you have a drink before attempting to entice Elsa out of her money?
No,
I've already
thank you.
gone.
I'll shut first. Yeah.
Hi, gang.
Oh, her name's darling.
Bernice, you're looking wonderful.
Oh, missed you, kid.
Oh, you, the bracelet I see.
Have a drink with us, Bernice. I'm having a teeny martini.
Oh, in that case, we'll have a huge American.
With a cherry.
Look, be realistic, Roger.
This cast is Bernice Roth and the Prentice. Your cast.
Martini time.
Hi, gang. Sorry I'm late getting downstairs, but the storm froze the lock on my overnight suitcase, and I've been heating it with a candle.
Heating the lock.
The candle can be wax on the rug, so I moved it into the closet and I set something on fire.
Set what on fire?
And then the maid comes in while I'm kneeling under this raging fire and asks me if I'm Haitian. His eyes are very blue. Yes, sir.
Kid, I love your new tan.
It only costs one soul.
Well, it may cost us ours. Oh, Bernice and I have been approached about some songs later this year. You know who Abbott and Costello are?
Oh, those two guys that called me Clark today.
Streets Paris.
Yes.
Streets of Paris. Well, Bernice and I have been approached about some songs. They were signed to Universal.
Oh, that reminds me. The lead boy from that show, a Grover champion.
Oh, Gower champion.
We should think about him. I know you're only the first draft, Bernice. Think about taking that long section where the sailor tells the woman how beautiful she is and making it a ballet.
I didn't think that section was all that long.
Do you ever notice in Bernice's writing, when someone tells a woman how beautiful she is, the scene goes on forever?
That comes from understanding romance, Roger, a subject you're somewhat hazy on.
That comes from writing out for that smoked mirror you've got over your desk. Is what that.
Okay, come on, kids, let's get to work. Let's go. All right.
Ah, we are all together once more, are we not? All together. Is everyone comfortable?
Well, we're fine, Elsa.
We're about to start rehearsals, Nelson.
Great. Does anyone need a refill? Heavens! Look how dark it's getting. And it's only just past 1. Wonderful. The snow just won't stop, will it? What are you having, Bernice?
What's closest? Excuse me, nothing, Frau, but the cook hot and is snowed in.
Drat. Oh, well, there is nothing for it, but I shall go into the kitchen and whip us up a quick lunch. We don't want you hungry for the big show. No, I'm joking. Come, Elsa, let's see if you remember how to do sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
How inspired. She chose the dish that even if she ruins, no one can tell the difference.
All right, now I suggest that we get started with rehearsals, since, you know, that is why we're here.
Is it? Well, hasn't anyone wondered why this particular creative group has been gathered in this particular house?
A backer's audition.
Featuring the team whose last effort was Manhattan Holiday. The show during which Phoebe McAllister, Elsa's friend, was murdered. Another drink, kid? Looks so you need one.
It's just a memory of that horrible time. I hope it was forgotten.
Well, obviously it isn't. Though Elsa is eccentric, and though she slithers through life like she were Gail Sondergaard, her behavior today strikes me as more daddy.
if that's possible.
I believe we've been gathered for a dual purpose,
Which is,
she wants to observe us together.
to what end?
Excuse me, but who is married?
Were you in New York 2 years ago?
No. 2 years ago, I'm afraid I was off visiting the old mither in County Cork.
Someone murdered 3 members of our dancing force.
And that person was a part of the show?
We don't know.
Of course we know. We play New Haven, a murder. Boston, a murder. Philadelphia,
Terrible reviews.
and a murder closes us in New York. Someone with the show.
See, I told you.
Someone with the show.
And you think that somebody is in this house right now?
Why, yes.
Well, I'm sorry. But I'm afraid you're not after knowing much about murderers now, are you? You see, they may occasionally be drawn back to the scene of the crime, but they would never, once they are free and away, never return to anybody who could possibly suspect them of anything.
Hey, how do you know so much about murderers?
Ah, well, me fither and me fither's fither, God rest their souls, we're both police officers.
I still think that's why we've been gathered.
Sounds like a parlor game, Mr. Hopewell. Murder's never so interesting. In real life, it is much more sudden and filled with rage. Quite messy. Quite emotional. No secret passages, just blood-soaked carpets.
But that carpet. Hello. Excuse me, I thought I heard something about a blood-soaked carpet.
We were talking about real life, Elsa, though God knows why. We're here to do a musical comedy.
Father Mongross Newton has asked me to tell you that dinner will be served in about 30 minutes. Until then, there are orders.
Well, I think that we should get to work. Which, Roger, is the only reason we are here.
I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Well, if we believe there to be a killer on the loose, best not stand in front of the bookcase. It's a secret passage.
Epic.
Are we going to get to work, or shall we all put on pajamas and continue to tell ghost stories? Actors, over here. Roger, Brittany, set the piano.
I'm so sorry that there is no broadcast, Mr. O'Reilly, since you are so interested in seeing German.
Bernice, have you... Bernice? Oh, have you decided how much of the book we're going to do?
What?
The book.
Bernice! What? Has this silliness of Roger's frightened you? No, of course not. I was just thinking, look at us, we're in this lovely, warm, cozy home with secret passageways and blood-soaked carpets and isolated by a snowstorm. Oh, I'm afraid I have a rather troubling announcement. I hope none of you have to reach New York City this afternoon because, well, the phone seems to have gone dead. And the phone seems to have gone dead.
Excuse me, but would anybody be wanting anything from the kitchen? I'm about to go see if I can find a spot of hot chicken.
Ooh, I love some.
See if she has tea. No, never mind, I'll come myself.
Oh, Mr. Dale Mason. Well, I was looking over the script, and I noticed that you skipped over the part where the taxi driver does an impersonation of a Japanese ambassador. Well, I mean, you don't have to do it. You skip it, I mean, because I do a Japanese.
Eddie, I think that Roger Bernice had Bert Barr in mind for the role of the cab driver.
No, yeah, but, you know, I was just thinking I'd add a little bit of flavor.
It's
Mrs. Delameres, you are surprised I speak your language. I was educated at the UCLA.
I'm not quite sure what to say. Hey, look. I think that your talent is just as special as Lars, but I think that it rings from a different kind of truth. I'm sure that there are probably other roles that will bring closer to the quality that you project.
All right. Yeah. Sure thing, Miss Delameres. What he say?
He said no.
Shoot, even if I'm just saying with Nana, this could be the big break I've been looking for. Are you excited about this?
They usually get stars for the stuff I'm reading, don't they?
Yeah, but you never know. So, you live in New York?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
West 64th between Broadway and Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah, I live on 50th, across from Madison Square Garden.
I used to live near there. 48, the dance belt.
You know, you live alone?
I have 2 roommates.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend?
Did have. He joined the Navy last year.
Oh, yeah. No, Navy's not bad. No. Think about joining, before you drafted.
Aren't you a little old to be drafted?
Well, I mean, look at the way things are going. I figured I better get my name out in show business PQ, so if I do, I can put the entertainment section for the Army.
You want to kill him with laughs, huh?
We got such units.
The Comics Battalion, yeah, they hit the beach right after the magicians.
All special services.
Uh-huh, and they pass out ping pong balls.
Yeah, you see, I didn't know you were a dancer. Yeah, such.
Yeah?
Yeah, talk straight out like a guy. See, most dames, they don't do that. Of course, dancers do. Talking showbiz, not ballet.
You date a lot of dancers?
Nah, I don't date a lot of
You haven't got a girl?
See, most dames, they don't want to get serious with a comedy, but it's okay. That's just the way it's laid out.
The way what's laid out?
Here gets the left, here gets the girl. Comedy gets the youngs.
In the movies.
Real life, too.
I wouldn't know. I haven't met any heroes.
Maybe comics.
Just one. I want to take a look at that second act opener.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. Do you believe chemistry?
Chemistry?
Yeah. You look at someone and something happens. Because I think it's happening. Between O'Reilly and the maid. Yeah. Ooh, they really got eyes for each other. Just, oh! Seems to start a hot affair.
Yeah! No, they probably said something in common.
Rap you. Chemistry. Chemistry, I mean.
Nope.
But, what about your boyfriend?
Oh, we grew up together. He was always just there.
Still now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it never happened to me either. Chemistry.
Probably just in the movies.
No, see, it happened to my father, though.
Did?
Yeah, the corner of the street. See, he was sitting there waiting for a bus. She was on the bus window and wham! Chased that bus for 5 blocks.
It was your mother?
Just some damn. I mean, he told me, Eddie, when it happens, you'll know. It's chemical. It's over there, the number 47 of Ozone Park. That's an express. Guess just gotta be looking for it.
All right, shall we get back to work? How y'all doing? This month, Roth, you're cooking away out some fresh
coffee for her. But we just had coffee, so you won't have to come into the kitchen.
She probably wants the sound of the waves while she waits to light the oven.
So, no show business.
Yes. Do you attend the theater much, Mr.
Kelly? No, not much. But I had a cousin in Hokkaido at the World's Fair.
Dinner, such as it is, will be around 7. To tide you over, I'll also bring in some leader coffee.
We're fine, so please report your comments.
One other thing. In anticipation for your arrivals, we were cleaning out the guest rooms, and guess what we found? Phoebe McAllister's makeup kit. It had somehow been packed with the showgirl costumes and sent to Princeton University.
Showgirl costumes? I thought Princeton was a men's school.
Only in the daytime, obviously.
It's for that show they do it. It has a cake bar.
Yes, well, someone there, recognizing the name as one of the murder victims, well, they sent it to the police, who sent it to me, and I put it in the closet, and I totally forgot about it until today, and with all of us being here, I opened it, and guess what I found? Oh, I don't want to hear this. It's going to be someone's finger or something. A small notebook. A round notebook.
A round notebook?
A notebook that was filled with notes and little tiny spirals.
What?
Phone numbers, and something is in my eye. Something caught my eye. The last appointment, the night she was murdered.
An appointment with who?
Don't know, but he was wearing a watch. Time and place. No, the book gives time and place.
Well, bad night, probably just an appointment to go over, I don't know, a keychain or something.
It couldn't have been. The night before Phoebe was murdered, we were in the dark. No one was there.
What are you so excited about, Roger?
No one was there.
No, we weren't.
Weren't what?
Weren't singing.
Who wasn't singing?
They weren't singing in an elevator. Excuse me, I need some coffee.
Well, the stage manager was at the theater. I remember because the set designer and I stopped by before going to dinner talking to
Couldn't have been Ken. The stage manager was with me at the Blue Ribbon.
No, I simply remember because it was our first night dog.
I certainly ought to know where my own damn stage manager was, Ken.
Calm down, Marjorie. What are you so upset about?
An alibi, obviously.
The book doesn't say the theater. It says the hotel. The night she was murdered, she had an appointment at the hotel.
With who? No one was there.
We only used the suite there as a staff room.
Here, why don't we take a look at the book?
I think it best we turn it over to the police. In the morning!
Excuse me, Miss Bonner, Gerson.
Newton.
Yes.
Well, if that book connects the killers to the murder, it seems like he might be killing to get to it. You might want to keep that as far from you as possible.
The murderer doesn't know that I have the book, does he?
He does now.
It's really Mr. McEwen for that to be true. The killer would have to be in this room.
Oh, let's not be ridiculous. Of course there's a one imposter. Show people. Shakespeare, my son. You might have, but I doubt if you ever did.
Okay. Do you mind if I watch it? You know how I enjoy the rehearsal
Oh,
process.
no, it will spoil the audition for you,
I
Elsa.
shouldn't stay long, just a soup song.
Oh, no, really.
I insist this is my
Oh, for
house.
God's sake, Marjorie, let her stay! I have to get started.
Sit there, Elsa.
Okay, so, Act 2 begins with we already had coffee!
Well, anyone goes into mentions that we are already preferred chocolate.
All right. Purdy, second act, please.
Act 2, White House merry-go-round. On stage are 3 of it, and there are also some page boys. Sounds doboon, simply doboon.
Excuse me,
What is it now?
but sure enough here the hot chiclet's gonna give me a terrible headache. And I notice I'm not needed in this number. Perhaps I could go into the hallway and find myself an aspirin?
Oh, you poor true boy. Here, there's some in the kitchen. I'll lead you to it.
Thank you.
Come right back. All right.
That's the format. So, Trudy's opening bibs mail from bibs constituents, all of whom have advice on how to run the country. This leads to the second act opener. Everyone can do it better.
Okay. So, following Bernice's intro, we do the number of Biff,
Trudy, and I'll do all the page boys.
Oh, I bet you will.
Have a drink, Marge. It'll go.
Whoa, hey, what happened?
Try the light switch. Where is it? Ow! Everyone's staying still. It may be a power failure. I'm gonna go check my basement.
Are there any candles?
Oh, what was that?
In the library!
This is making me very nervous.
Calm down, Bernie.
Hey, I'm not Bernice.
Whoa, man, stop touching me.
Everybody stay calm. I'm sure Miss Von Brassenune will be here soon with candles. Listen, is everybody here? Didn't I hear the tiny scream a moment ago?
That was me. I bumped into a chair.
We're all here, Bernice.
Okay, this is Roger. That's Ken. This is me. Performers?
I'm here.
Emmy and Marjorie.
Oh, lights are back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think it's because I plugged in the toaster.
We're fine, Elsa. We're moving as quickly as we can.
Oh, no worries. I haven't even started the white sauce.
White sauce.
On sour
Oh,
product.
come on, back to Perkins.
From the top.
Everyone can do it better.
From the East Coast to the West.
They all know what's really best for the USA. Anyone can write a letter about the way that he or she wants to run this countery if they have their way. They all know just what to do about internal revenue and the kind of bones that fall out of chew. Yeah, they all could do it better after all of this advice. Darling, it feels very nice to be here with you. 'Cause when it comes to us, no one does it better than just we two. Just we two. Just we two.
I think she liked it.
She's smiling. See, she's just not being vocal.
We're following that number, which will be much funnier and catchier. Or cut it if you hate it that much. No, I mean, that's the second act opener, and if she hates
Well,
it,
it's all
then...
right.
Marjorie. Honey, do you hate it? Or is Bernice just going through a typical attack of paranoia?